Hi, it's Crystal here, your nature-inspired relationship coach. And today I have a very simple question for you. So I really want you to think about the question and then answer it to yourself as honestly as you can. And so my question is, do you feel as though you have the affection that you desire in your relationship? And then what I want you to do is to ask your partner the same question. Do they have the affection that they desire in your relationship? And I want you to discuss your answers together. And particularly think about, was there anything that you learned about yourself, that you learned about your partner, that you learned about your relationship through asking that question? Now, I see so many couples who complain they don't have the affection they desire in their relationships. But the interesting thing is that within those couples, both partners actually sometimes struggle to reach a common ground or agree on what good quality affection should look like in the relationship and how much affection they each need. And so the big question about that is why? Well, it basically all comes down to how you demonstrate affection and also what you interpret as being affectionate. For example, speaking in general terms, men tend to demonstrate affection through supportive, helpful acts and shared experiences. And women tend to demonstrate affection through talking and emotional connection. Men also tend to often demonstrate love through sex and often think it can fix issues, whereas for women, sex often needs to take place in the context of an emotionally intimate relationship. Now, I'm not saying this is true for all couples, and I know this is very heteronormative, but I think that tends to be often the case, so that's just a good example of what I mean by how affection and love can be expressed differently. So the problem is any mismatches or different ideas about love, affection and intimacy between the couple can actually lead to conflict and feelings of a lack of affection. So, for example, take the following conversation that a couple had once, in one of my relationship coaching sessions. So this is a fictional couple because client privacy is always protected. But this is a typical conversation. So let's call him Daniel. We'll say, how can we be intimate if we've not had sex for months? And let's call her Sarah. She'll reply, how can we have sex if there's no intimacy? So disagreeing on what needs to be in place before affection and intimacy is possible in the relationship can actually often lead to what you might call a chicken and egg scenario, which obviously isn't helpful to either of you, because where do you start? Who starts first? The truth is we're naturally built to connect with each other in different ways. We're still naturally built to connect with each other because that's part of the human condition and it's nature's way of ensuring our survival. And it's a really basic human need, and yet it's essential to us. So if you find that both you and your partner feel that affection is missing in your relationship for any reason, really take some time to sit down together, talk and decide and agree upon what affection means to each of you, and acknowledge that even though you might have different ideas about what affection means to each other, each of your perspectives are basically equally valid. And then agree to find ways to make that happen, to bring the affection back into your relationship, and both think about what you can do, not what you want your partner to do, but what you can do to bring the affection back into your relationship based on what you and your partner have discussed. Now, if you're struggling with the intimacy and the affection in your relationship and you can't find a way of resolving these issues on your own, then why not seek the help of an expert relationship coach like myself? You know, I've helped hundreds of couples over the years to rebuild intimacy, emotional connection and affection in their relationships, and in a way that's unique and tailored to each individual couple. You know, just contact me by clicking the contact link on my website, which is www.crystalwoodbridge.com. That's KRYSTAL woodbridge.com. There you can inquire about my online coaching packages, or just send me an email and tell me how I can help you in your relationship. I can't wait to hear from you. Take care for now. Bye.